Well, it is another milestone weekend for Peoria, Arizona's Leland Honeyman Jr., where you get to come to an iconic venue like the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Your rookie season with Young's Motorsports. Before we get into this venue, season of ups, seasons of downs, what's been the biggest lesson learned so far in 2024?
The biggest lesson for me is, just learning these racetracks and, getting used to them, adapting in practice. Going into these long races is definitely important, just to take up all the time that you can in practice, just to learn and figure out the car, see what it's doing. But that's the biggest challenge for me this year is just getting to all these new tracks. We're running 33, races this year, and there's so many new tracks that I haven't been to. And that's probably my biggest struggle this year. And just as a new team, our notebook isn't big at all, and we have to, use some past notes with my crew chief when he's ran for some other teams and whatnot. But I would say that's our biggest challenge this year so far.
Yeah, you get to come to a place like Indianapolis. 2 weeks ago, you're running the streets of Chicago. You started your career running off-road buggies, and now here you are, one of the most iconic racing venues in the world. What does it mean to you to race on this track and this oval?
Yeah, knowing that the greats used to race here, and IndyCar, NASCAR, this is amazing, truly to run here. But I would say the biggest thing, is this place used to be made out of bricks, and that's amazing. Knowing what this place used to be is awesome. Crossing the brick finish line is pretty cool yesterday. Just going over it, and you're like, oh, there it is, and it's cool to think back about it and watch the old races that happened here, and all the amazing races that this track puts on is truly awesome. So this place is definitely one of a kind, and it's gonna be hard to beat for sure for one of my favorite places. So we'll see today on how it plays out, but I think it's gonna be pretty fun.
It's been a busy year for you, not just on the racetrack, but as a high school senior in online school. You walk in 2 weeks, you get to graduate. So what's next for you, and also what's next for you this season?
Yeah, of course. High school and racing was a lot for me, in the past couple of years, just because I traveled a lot. I didn't race much last year, but I did travel a lot. I was part-time. I raced about 8 races last year, and trying to, get through online school and do this. And, I started racing full-time this year in the Xfinity series, and I was still having to do work. So I didn't finish my, my work until about the beginning of June. And so that's kind of the biggest struggle was, working on, racing, sponsors, whatever it is, and then going to do high school work at night and late at night. And then it's I go to bed at 11, 12 o'clock and then wake up next morning, go do it all over again. I went to a great online school, so I'm really appreciative of them, and they've done a lot for me. So, yeah, I'm excited to be done with high school and, walk the stage here in 2 weeks. And but it should be fun. I'm excited. It's hosted in Nashville, so that should be a lot of fun.
Perfect time during the Olympic break. Be sure to keep an eye out for Leland Honeyman Jr. After Michael McDowell won here last year on the road course, 4 Arizonans have crossed the bricks first. Leland's looking to be number 5.